So please give a warm welcome to Wilson Lee.
How many of you guys think that time is money? Put up your hands.
Nice. You guys told us time is not money.
Time is not money. Exactly. Time is not money, right? So if you guys think that time is money, then why the hell are you guys here on a Saturday?
Competition. No,
Competition. Why are you here?
My resume.
Your resume. Oh, so being here on a Saturday, you can put that on resume. No, okay. What precise? Sorry?
money.
Money. Time is not money. If time is money, you won't be here. You'll be on a job, right?
The award.
Sorry?
The award, the prize.
The award, the prize. $1,000. Oh, cool. To learn. Perfect. Awesome. The reason why we're all here is because we value time as an opportunity to learn. Otherwise, you guys would not be doing this competition. Otherwise, you guys would be on a job. Hey guys, can you guys actually turn off your laptop or just shut it? If you guys don't want to listen to this, I don't need to be here, honestly speaking. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Perfect, perfect. This is much better. Thank you. Okay. So, time is an opportunity to learn, and that's precisely the reason why I'm able to achieve what I've achieved so far. And I guess you guys don't really know too much about me, so let me tell you a little bit more about myself, and then tell you why time is so important, and why the attitude you guys have towards time is essential for your success, okay? How many of you guys been to the Richmond Night Market? Hands up. PNE? Hands up. Perfect. You guys are all my customers. I actually run all the carnival games at the Richmond Night Market, and we're also one of the biggest contractors for the PNE for carnival games. So any of the ring toss, knockoff, any of the games that you guys play, the big ass stuffies and everything, those are all our company. Within every season, we employ more than 100 staff. So if you guys are looking for a job, find me after the talk. We also run an ice cream shop called 720 Sweets. Have you guys been there? Anyone been there? Perfect. So we have a huge collab coming on this summer. We're collaborating with Vitasoy. So we're creating 2 new flavors for them. So if you guys like the ice cream there, definitely go check it out, okay? So now we have 4 different shops, one in Metrotown, one in Richmond, West Broadway, and in Richmond, and in Kingsway, okay? We have established an exclusive deal with the TNT, so we're expanding across all the TNT, exclusively being their only dessert partner. This summer, we're also having a shop and building a shop at West Edmonton. And just last week, we finally closed a deal to expand overseas into China. So our first shop in Beijing is opening soon, okay? Very, very exciting things. This is the reason why I'm telling you guys to turn off your laptop, because I'm about to share with you guys how and the mentality that I have in order for us to achieve what we have achieved so far. Sounds good? Awesome, awesome. Thanks, guys. So, where was I? When I first started business, actually before I started business, I actually worked at Shaw, and I was making like $60K a year, and I was like 21, 22 years old. So $60K a year is actually quite a bit, and that was like a couple years ago, okay? And I'm like, oh my God, like $60K, I'm bringing like paychecks home like $2,500, $2,600 per every 2 weeks. So it's pretty good income, right? Actually, that was 10 years ago, so it was really good income. So then at that time, I always had this rage quit moment. I feel like that, oh my God, why am I exchanging my time for money? Why am I here when I can actually do my job with my eyes closed? I'm just super laid back, put people on hold for 10, 20 minutes while I surf the net. That's exactly what I do. Yet I'm still one of the top sales. So I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. And a lot of people are actually working there for like more than 10 years because of how well the company treats them and all the benefits, all the paychecks. And these people are called lifers. Why are they called lifers? Lifers. Thank you. It's because they stay there for life. They cannot forgo trading their time for money because they're always so used to getting that paycheck. And at one point in my career, I was thinking, actually, the point in my career is when I didn't get my promotion. And I'm like, I rage quit. I'm like, fuck this. I'm gonna go out there and build my world. And that was the time when I decided to quit, that I had much more to give and provide to the world, much more value that I can provide. And because of that mentality where I feel like if I ever quit, I can always go back to this job 5, 10 years later. Like even now, if I were to my businesses go bankrupt, I can always go back to Shaw and work for $60K a year. They'll still hire me. And because of that mentality, I quit with no backup, no nothing, to go out there to the world and to explore. And that story is just to show you guys the fact that if I had exchanged my time for money, I would still be at Shaw making 60, 70, 80K a year, which is far different from what I'm making every year now. I would not have the opportunities that I have right now. Too many times, I get applicants come to me and they tell me that, hey Wilson, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, and I'm like, great, that's awesome. I love ambitious people that are willing to give and willing to provide value, but they're asking for $15, $20, $30 an hour. They think that they're all that because they graduated from solder. And those are the people that I turn away. It's because they do not understand that there are thousands and thousands of you guys out there that think that they provide a lot of value. But in turn, when you're put in the real life world, the value that you guys bring is honestly not that much. No offense. The only difference that I have between you and I is the only difference is the experience that I have. Not that I'm any smarter than you guys, because I went to UBC. I graduated from psychology and economics. I actually tried getting to solder 3 years in a row, and I got declined every single time. Super pissed off at the profs and my guys, and I'm like, oh my God, solder is so difficult. So you know what, I congratulate you guys to be in this program. But this is not what it takes to be successful in life, okay? Too many of you guys think that, just because I graduated from here, I bring a lot of value, and that in the marketplace, I can conquer the world. But in turn, you guys do not know that if I were to just pay my admin $20 an hour, they can do something or a proposal at half your time and twice as good. I've hired more than 20 different graduates. A majority of the work that they provide in the first 6 months are shit. I'm not even kidding you. They spend hours on doing research and hours of doing proposals, and yet it has nothing to do with real life experience and real life work. And yet people complain about the fact that they are not able to get the experience. And it's like the chicken and egg. You don't have the experience, they won't hire you. They won't hire you because you don't have experience. But have you guys ever thought about the fact that if you view the time for the opportunity to learn, you're willing to go out there to work for free. You're willing to go out there to intern for people for free. And if you have that mindset, people will give you the opportunity. And only when you have the opportunity would you be able to build more experience, and in turn, you become of value. And if you are a person of value, people would flood to you to pay you. People would flood to you to keep you because you're a person of value. You don't even need to ask for a raise. People will be like, hey, you know what? Here's another 40K. Stay here with me. If there's one thing that you guys can take away from this, just know for one thing. People out there or companies out there, they're always looking for talent. And where does talent come from? It comes from experience. And where does experience comes from? It all comes down to how you value time. And if you're willing to give. You can't complain when people are not hiring you. You cannot complain when people are not giving you opportunities because of the fact that you value time as just money. Right? I need to be paid every single hour that I'm doing research. That, to me, is not the right way. Well, at the end of the day, there's no right or wrong way. It's how you view life and how you value time. And for me, that's just not the way I operate. For other people, it might work really well. But the reason why I am where I am today is because how I value time. I told myself that before I'm 30, I'm okay with working not for money. And in turn, I get that as a compensation, or I get that because I'm providing a lot of value. I get a lot of the opportunities because of the fact that I'm willing to work for free, because of the fact that I'm willing to work to provide value. And when I'm able to do that, they want to keep us. These are the relationships that we're able to have with T&T, with P&E, with the Richmond Night Market, with Nordstrom. All these big companies is because of the fact of how we value time. So if, like I said, if there's only one thing that you guys can take away from this, is view your time as an opportunity to learn. You guys are young. You have your whole lifetime to go out there, to work for money. But your mindset is really what dictates how far you go in life. Does anyone run any like Facebook ad agency here? Or like marketing company? No? Okay. Never mind. I was going to give you guys a case study or an example of how, if you view your time for the money as an opportunity to learn, how you can go from $0 to $1 million. And this is precisely how I help my clients get there because of how they value their time. But nonetheless, it doesn't apply to any of you guys here. But like I said, there's a reason why you guys are here. You guys are here to learn. And I just want to be able to congratulate you guys because majority of you guys have the right mindset. Right? I value my time as an opportunity to learn as well. And that's the reason why I'm here. And not getting paid. Right? I can easily charge $250 to consult with my business clients or for mentorship, but because of the fact that I want to learn from you guys, I want to be able to continue my public speaking skills, that's the reason why I'm here, okay? So anyways, that's the only message that I want you guys to take away from this is how you guys value time, because it really determines how successful you guys are in the future. Do you guys have any questions? No? Do you have any questions? No? Any questions, guys? No, yes. Okay, so if you guys want to connect, I guess you guys don't want to connect. Come find me at the end of the talk. Sorry?
What's your LinkedIn?
You can just YouTube me, Wilson Lee. That's where I share all my, the journey of what I'm building right now, and that's everything, right? Any other philosophies I have, we document everything. L-E-E. Yeah. See, the fact that you guys are not asking questions is not a good thing. Like I was saying, I charge people $250 for personal consultation, and people do pay me that amount. So the fact that I'm standing here free of charge for you guys to consult, and you guys are not asking any questions. So how ambitious are you guys? Where do you guys want to go in life? Why are you guys even here?
What motivated you to start 7 Placements?
I saw an opportunity and I jumped on it because I traveled to Asia quite a bit to do trading, and from there I saw a lot of things that are happening in Asia that's way ahead of our curve, and that's the reason why I brought it back in Vancouver.
How would you recommend putting yourself out there? Like you mentioned, like wanting to work for free and stuff like that. What other ways would you think that it's like that we could like put ourselves into that?
What industry are you in, or what are you studying right now?
I'm in grade 10.
Oh, you're in grade 10. What do you want to be? What do you want to excel in?
I don't know. That's why I'm trying to like experience as many things as I can, so I can.
That's the perfect attitude. You gotta try everything. I've worked more than 10 jobs in my career, okay? And it is not only finding, like we hear all these bullshit about like finding your passion. Well, what do you mean passionate? Like I am fucking grade 10, and fuck, leave me alone. That's not the point. The point is you need to be able to try so many different things to understand what you enjoy doing, and more importantly, what you don't enjoy doing. I know for a fact that I hate stocks. It's not that I don't like stocks, it's just the fact that I've lost too much money in stocks, and that's just not for me, right? So just trying different things out to understand what you excel in and what you don't excel in. And from there onwards, you're going to be able to find your path.
How do you get over the original hurdle of like going from an idea to an actual company?
How do you go through a hurdle of just having an idea to actualization, right? I think it's a lot of it comes to self-doubt and the lack of experience. And when I first started my journey in business, I went out there to network, and I thought that was the key to success. And I just realized that 99% of the people in the room are the same boat as I am, right? So I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm learning from these guys that are like always all wanting that to learn. And so For me, I wasn't able to find a mentor through there. I was able to find my mentor through books. I read a lot of books, and from there I found an idea, I liked it, and I stuck with it, right? Learning from books and knowing the fact that even if you fail, honestly, it's not the end of the world. It's not really failing, it's just trying different things out. So I was just going through and cleaning my hard drive the other day, and I found that I have 50 projects that I had been working on, but projects as in businesses and different ideas, right? So the fact that I'm trying so many different things, and you guys only see like 2 or 3, right? So at the end of the day, just go out there, just try different things out. Find a mentor, find someone that's willing to talk to you and give you the confidence you need to validate your idea. If you're able to find a mentor who's willing to handhold you and give you the time it needs, you're very, very lucky.
As someone that values experience, what type of experience can you offer to students that are looking for internships?
So what you're saying is what can I offer you is your question, right? Pretty much.
Basically anyone.
Anyone.
Wants an internship.
So anyone that wants an internship, know for one thing, you're not going to get paid. Simple as that. Right? The only reason is not because I can't afford you, it's just because it's a learning experience. I work for free all the time, mainly because of the fact that I want to learn. Just like why I'm here, I want to learn. That's the reason why. Okay? So when you're here, or when you're working with me, you're going to be doing a lot of different projects, you're going to be doing a lot of proposals, and you're going to be doing a lot of research. That's what you're going to be doing. And the real life experience of what it takes to grow a brand. And it really comes back down to how ambitious you are and how much initiative you guys take. For example, if I finish my talk and I ask you guys, do you guys have any questions, and no one puts up their hand and I walk out of here, there's no value that you guys have received from me. Then why are you guys here once again? Because you guys want to learn. Then why don't you guys put up your hand and take the initiative and ask questions from someone that has been there, done that, and is doing it? Does that make sense? Okay, so it's a two-part question. I started business when I was 16, actually. I did it, I opened up an ice cream booth with my friend, my best friend, at the Richmond Night Market, actually, like way, way back. And at the end of the season, we made $500 each, but it was like the best experience ever because it really sparked my entrepreneurial spirit. Like I was like, oh my God, like the stuff that I'm thinking actually works, is actually validated. And that's where I started. Now looking back, what would I have done differently or whatnot? Like I would have been in e-commerce and tech and really focused on that if I were to look back. But nonetheless, like I'm happy where I'm at and I feel like this is the road that I should be at. And 5 years ago, this is exactly where I envisioned myself. Doing public speaking, having multiple businesses, still having that mindset of always learning and self-developing. That's exactly where I am right now.
Get experience to make yourself a person of value, right? So when do you know, like, I'm worth this much, I am this kind of person? Like, how do you calculate your own?
You can. The market will tell you. The market will tell you how much you're worth, right? And at the point where you don't need to ask that question is when you know you're there, right? So at the end of the day, when you're bringing value, that's what I'm saying. It's all the mindset thing, right? If you're always learning, money is not a factor, then you'll know. Good.
So you're the owner of multiple businesses, so I assume you've taken a lot of risks. How do you personally assess the risk, and when do you decide to do that?
That's precisely the reason why I suck at stocks. Precisely the reason, because I don't manage my risk enough.
But you're very successful now, I would think.
I have more experience failing than you do. That's what it is, right? What you see and what is really happening, you never know, right? A lot of people who seem very successful, are they really successful? You really don't know. Always see things in a positive manner. Like I use we, but it's only me, right? I use we all the time. Like people are like, what the hell? Like who's we? When I talk to them through emails, like, oh, how big is your team? And I'm like, oh, it's just me. So yeah, so having this positive can-do attitude is like super important when it comes down to doing business or when you want to be happy in life, right? And also being persistent and having determination to achieve whatever you want to achieve. I think those are really important things.
How do you approach like getting an internship? Do you like email, go in person, do you talk to people like you face to face for all of you?
Totally. I think like for you, you need to understand one thing. Wherever you guys want to be, let's say for example, you want to be in the tech industry, go find the tech guys within your area and go find them one by one. Message them on LinkedIn. Go to their office, drop by with a box of chocolates, right? And if you go to like different talks, right, stay behind, talk to the speaker. That's the way. You need to make sure that you guys reach out. You guys are way too shy. You guys are not go-getters. If you guys are go-getters, you guys, the first thing that is going to happen is after the speech, you guys are going to run down and talk to me and you'll be like, hey, you know what? My name is da-da-da. I just want to make an impression. I want to call you out for coffee, or can I buy you coffee, or whatever the case is. If that's how much you want to succeed, that's exactly what you're going to do. You're going to take me out for lunch. You're going to take me out for dinner. And you're going to buy me ice cream at 7:20. What's that? No.
How do you handle rejection, and do you think that your approach is different from others and that has influenced your success?
My approach, I wouldn't say it's different. I would say that it's the positive can-do attitude. It's the frame of mind that you have, right? And always, like I said, if you're a student of life, you would see rejections as just an opportunity to learn. Right? Just because a deal doesn't go through doesn't mean you failed. You learned something from it. Is it because you didn't position yourself enough? Is it because your structure of the deal is not good? Right? There's a lot of reasons why you're not successful or why this deal went south. And a lot of it you can control. If there's one thing that you guys can control, it's yourself. I never blame any of the people that I work with. Never, ever. Because of the fact that it's my job to train them. It's my job to teach them. It's my job to set the right expectation and to empower them. If they're failing, it only means that I failed to do my job. Does that make sense?
If there's one thing you wish you did or didn't try in high school that kind of like helped you or would have helped you to be where you are right now, what would that thing be? Like, what aspect of high school?
I think with the mentality that I have of always learning, I never really have any regrets, to be honest with you. I really don't. It's like, I believe everything that I do, good or bad, failed or not, is just part of the process. So I'll share a story with you guys. I started a tutoring academy when I was 22, right? We edit papers, we write papers, we tutor people and everything. So we hired an admin. And I spent 2 years drafting all the procedures, finding my team and everyone. She worked there for 3 months, and she quit. I was like, oh, what the hell? Like, why'd you quit? And she's like, oh yeah, I need to go back to school, yada, yada, yada. 3 months later, one of the tutors asked me, he's like, hey, Wilson, and we had a really good relationship. And she's like, hey, Wilson, is Tammy, right, her name is Tammy. Is Tammy still working for you? She sent me an email asking me to fulfill orders for her and stuff like that. And I'm like, no, she doesn't work for me anymore. And before you know it, she actually set up shop herself. She stole everything and all the procedures, all my clients, all my suppliers and everything, and duplicated it. And when that happened, I was devastated. I was like, oh my God, I love this girl so much. No, I don't love her, but I love this person so much, right? And I trusted her with everything, and I was still really, really young at that time. And I felt like this crazy amount of betrayal. So I lawyered up, I went to sue her, and in turn I shut her business down, and I got $20K in return. So, wait a second. That's not the lesson that I want to say. No, don't just sue people, okay? Fuck. What I'm trying to say with that experience is the fact that if I had not learned that having proper paperwork and structure to protect yourself, I would not be implementing all the different procedures today in my current business when it matters. Does that make sense? Right? So, for example, if I never had that experience, then everything would be really loose with 720, or I would not go by contracts with master franchises in China and everything. I would be like, hey, you know what? I trust you, and we handshake and that's it. But because of that experience and because of the fact that I went through that, I've learned what not to do.
How long did it take for you to start your current business?
How long? It's been a work in progress for a while, actually, like 3-4 years. It depends, it depends on which one you're talking about. Like the events business, I've been in it for 7 years. The ice cream business, I've been in it for the last three years.
What's your favorite place to get lunch?
Oh, dude, the only reason why I like Parker Place is because it's fast. It's like 30 minutes, I'm in and out. That's why. But I like chocolates. Sorry?
What books do you recommend us to read?
Okay, so books. I love books. If you guys want to learn how to build a business from scratch, one book that has changed my life entirely and that has propelled me in building my first business is E-Myth Revisited by Michael Gerber.
What car do you drive?
What car do I drive? Does it help you with your career if you know what car to drive?
It's really important for me.
Why? Why is that?
I want to be inspired.
You want to be inspired? I just drive an Audi. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Okay, last three. Are we almost timing? Are we almost having time? Are we good? Three questions. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you. Yeah.
When you start these businesses, say you want to buy yourself or with your team, if you were to team, how do you find people to collaborate with?
Majority of my businesses I start my own. The events business I started on my own. The 720 business I started with partner. When you guys are working with partner, you guys got to be really, really, really careful and really, really understand, okay? And let me elaborate on that because I think a lot of you guys, let's say whatever you guys are starting, you guys love to start with a partner and whatever the case may be. In my career and as a mentor to a lot of people, I have had experience mentoring around 10 different groups or partners. 9 of them fell apart. Okay? I can only count of one that is still in a partnership. So that only means that when you guys get into a partnership, you gotta be super careful. And how can you be careful? Understand one thing. What do you bring to the table? What do you bring to the table that other people don't? And what do they bring to the table that you don't have? And understand that if you're going into partnership with anyone, you need to understand everyone needs to be able to bring something to the table that they're good at, that they're willing to be excelling in. And only when you're able to do that, then you won't be able to cross toes and so on and so forth. Make sense? Sorry?
Do you have like an office in Vancouver?
Where should we? Yeah. Sorry? If you really want to find out, you'll be able to find out. It's not that difficult. Yeah. So go on YouTube, just search for Wilson Lee, and I'm the first one there. Make sure you subscribe and leave me a comment.
What was the name of that book that you mentioned again?
See, you would fail in class. It's called E-Myth Revisited by Michael Gerber. Last 2 questions, okay? Last 2 questions.
If what you're saying apply only to business, and also how much do you make?
Sorry, okay, what's the first question?
If what you're saying apply only to business,
What I'm saying does not only apply to business. It's a way of living. I truly believe in that. If you want to become a doctor, you need to make sure that you go home, learn all your shit, read all the stuff, and you go back to your residency, whatever the case may be. You're not going to get paid for it. Same thing. Always can do a positive attitude. Same thing. Okay? How much I make? How much do I make?
A lot.
Not a lot. It's not about how much do I make. It really is about the attitude. You need to understand the principle of how I'm able to make that money. And if you're able to understand that principle, then that's how you're able to apply it to yourself. Right? Because at the end of the day, why does it matter what car I drive? Why does it matter where I live? Right? It doesn't matter at all. What matters is here. And that's the reason why I want to be able to be here today with you guys, to share this with you, to mentor you guys, to give you guys some nuggets, so hopefully it would change at least one of your life in the future. Okay, last question.
How do we decide like how to value like our time properly? Like, there's no definite way, but how would you what would you say is the first thing that we should do when we read this room?
Sorry, I don't understand your question.
So like, what's the first thing we should do when we leave on like, how do we start to change our mentality towards
Change your mentality. Understand the fact that your time is worthless. Honestly speaking, your time is worthless. If you have that mentality, then you'll go out there. Whatever industry you want to be in, whether you want to create a business, come talk to me. Let's say if you want to become a lawyer, go to the top 5 law firms and tell them that I just want to pick up garbage. I just want to do your paperwork for you. They always hire interns. Just go there and talk to these people. Right? And when you understand your time is valueless and that it's not it's meaningless, then that's when you're able to be coming from a place where you're serving and serving and serving. And that's when you can't help but learn. When you're able to get insights and experience. And from there, you're going to be able to understand whether this industry is for you or not for you and excel from there. Good luck, guys.
Thank you so much.